another angle. If I had to start all over again, right? If I have to start from zero, getting to the $1 million status again from zero, if I have to build that all over again, would I go with the ETF? Would I go with the real estate? Is that the first place I will be putting my money? That's are the things we're going to be talking about today. The exact strategy, the step-by-step guide. If I want to start from zero, if I had to start building from zero, Chichi, Lay, Leave, no joke, hello, hello, welcome in everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the exact strategy, the step-by-step guide. If I had to build all the way from zero again, one more time, doing it again, so that you can learn the same thing and you follow the same strategy. Welcome in. ETF or real estate? Would I go with ETF? Would I go with real estate? If I had to get to that $1 million status all over again, okay? All over again, building that all over again. If I had to go back to my 30s, building it again, what is the strategy I'm going to use? And that's the exact thing that I'm going to be talking about today. Life Mates Easy, Uncle C, welcome in. Scasex, Digital JB, welcome in. How are you doing? We know exactly what we need to do. We need to tap out the live, share the live, get our daily admins, and of course, today we're going to be talking about something very Olenga. How are you doing? Right? Thank you so much for tapping out that live. We know Sheon, welcome in. How are you doing? We know exactly Yama Beauty. I'm just seeing my people today. How are you doing? We know what to do. Let's tap it out all the way to 5,000 taps. And today we're talking about something very important. Dr. Fatima, how are you? So good to have each and every one of us today. So good to have each and every one of us today. And to topic today, would I use ETF? Would I use real estate? If I had to start from zero all over again, get into that multimillionaire status in my 30s, I mean, if we can turn back the hands of time, what the exact strategy? What step by step would I for use an ETF, or would I build wealth through real estate? Would I put my money in the savings account? Would I engage in depreciating lifestyle liability, DLL, or would I do what? Would I just also be what? I probably maybe invest. What would I do differently? Those are the things I'm going to be teaching us today. The exact step, starting from zero, all over again, right? So that you can use the same thing to build wealth. How are you all doing today? Welcome in. And is it that it's my glasses or is the screen? Something just feel off. Give me 1 second. Let me just get a napkin. Awesome. Back, back, back. I'm back. Give me 1 second. I have to clean this. It just something just feels off. Okay, I think it looks better now. And maybe my glasses as well. Something just feels off. Yeah, thank you all for tapping out the live. Once we get to 5,000 taps, we get the class started. The exact strategy that I'm going to use. Would I use ETF to build wealth? Would I build wealth through ETF? Or would I build wealth through real estate? Which of them am I going to use? Much better, right? Yes, I said it. There was just something that was off. Trust me, that's the like the perfection spirit in me. Welcome in on the YouTube side as well. How are you doing? What is ETF? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Click on the follow button. Click on the follow button. Yeah, the screen is clear now. Thank you. Exactly. That is, let me do that on the YouTube side as well for my YouTube community. How are you doing? Welcome in. Click on that subscribe button. Yeah, that's just okay. Now it looks better. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. And what are we going to be talking about today? Yesterday, it was family and finance. If you missed yesterday, oh my goodness, yesterday was explosive. Yesterday was explosive. It was how to ensure the exact step for every member of the family, what the steps that every member of the family needs to take, to build, protect, and of course transfer wealth. That was what yesterday was all about. I only have it on Sundays. Okay, we have it on Sundays, a Sunday special, right? So if you missed that, you will find it in the live tab on the YouTube channel, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. That is the YouTube channel. So, and welcome today. What are we going to be talking about today? What are we talking about? To Badra, latest millionaire in town. What are we talking about today? If I have to build wealth all over again, meaning I want to start all over from zero, right? For whatsoever reason, I lost it all. God forbid, I lost it all, right? If I had to start from zero again, what are the exact strategy or the exact step I'm going to use to attain that multimillionaire status again, right? These are, am I going to build wealth through real estate? Or am I going to build wealth through ETF? Or am I going to be saving my money in the bank? Or, would I engage more in depreciating lifestyle liability? Would I do things around delayed gratification and just enjoy myself? Or focus more on putting my money towards appreciating cash flowing asset? All of those things are the things that we talk about here. And if you're just new here, maybe you don't know what DLL is, you don't know what ACA is, that's what we're talking about. You don't know what ETF is, right? That's what we're talking about. Make sure you click on that follow button. Click on that subscribe button, right? And you're wondering what this community is all about. This is the MDL, Million Dollar League. This is the community of millionaires. Those that are already millionaires and they're trying to become multi-millionaires, and those that are multi-millionaires trying to become deca-millionaires, and those that are not yet millionaires and want to become millionaires. And some people, their bank account does not even read anything close to a million. It doesn't even it doesn't even, it's reading paycheck to paycheck. But guess what? They have the mindset, right? They want to. Their goal is, there's never been a millionaire in my family. Let me be the first person. They want to be the trailblazer. Things might not look at it right now, but they can see the big picture and they're willing to learn the ropes. Because guess what? Within this community, what do? We follow the multi-millionaires wealth blueprint. What is that? The multi-millionaires wealth blueprint is pretty simple. It simply means where the multi-millionaire put their money. Hidden in plain sight, right? I bet you've never checked that before. You want to become a millionaire. Have you ever checked where the multi-millionaire put their money? Hey, Taylor, welcome in. Click on that subscribe button. How are you doing? Yeah, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the exact step-by-step, the exact strategy I used, to attain the multi-millionaire status in my 30s, right? That's what we're talking about today. However, we're flipping it around. Macarena, how are you doing? Yeah, right? How are you, Coco? Hello. The thing about it is that you need to be very respectful, show love, okay? Because, right, love is very, very beautiful. I know people go through things, right? And that might just be the case tonight for you, all right? So, we still will love you, okay? Be good, all right? Click on that subscribe button so that you can learn, so that you can have some joy in your life. New York Real Estate Hub, latest millionaire in town. We are streaming on 2 platforms today. We are streaming on the YouTube side, and we are also streaming on the TikTok side. Welcome in. Calibine Motors, latest millionaire in town. Awesome. And I'm teaching you on the YouTube side. Click on that subscribe button as well if you have not done so. And you're wondering what are the handles on the both platforms. It's as simple as the same thing called Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Okay, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Let me put it right there for us. Money Talk with Dr. Lina. That's the name. Please be wary of people that try to represent themselves like Dr. Lina, copy my information and all of that. It's not Dr. Lina. If somebody follows you, is chatting you up and is doing all of that, that's not Dr. Lina. He's saying that, join a Telegram group, shares a phone number with you, or says that, you need to send money to this account. That's not Dr. Lina. We're smarter than that. Okay? Don't be wary of be careful. Stay safe. I know that we are all trying to build wealth, so do not lose your wealth. One of the first things that we do in this community is protection. That's the first thing. We don't lose our money. And whenever we're talking about becoming multi-millionaire or becoming a millionaire, the first thing that comes to mind is, this is one of the, get rich quick scheme and whatever. Far from it. We are not get rich quick scheme. So if what you're looking for is IBS, get rich quick scheme, then we are not for you, unfortunately. But if you want to build long-term wealth, right? You want to follow principle like rich dad poor dad. You want to follow somebody like a Warren Buffett. We're long-term investor. We're not gamblers. We don't do hypes. We build generational wealth. We build something strong that gives us financial freedom. As a matter of fact, money is a tool. financial freedom is the goal. Our goal here is to build financial freedom. How do we build financial freedom? We follow the blueprint of the multimillionaires. So think about a Robert Kiyosaki. Think about a Warren Buffett. Okay, how they invest. That would give you an idea of what we do here. We're not gamblers, we're not speculators, we're not speculators, we're not traders, okay? We are investors. There's a difference between somebody trading in the stock market and somebody that is investing. We are in the category investor. We are moderate risk investors. And if you're just meeting me for the first time, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business. Okay, that means I have a doctorate degree in strategic business and information management system. And as a matter of fact, due to that, I also lecture. I'm a professor. I'm here in the United States, Texas, in the United States precisely, and I lecture in multiple colleges. And I teach AI cybersecurity, deep learning, and information management system. But my day job is a vice president of technology. And then you're wondering, we're talking about finance. She's talking about technology. What gave her the qualification? That's because I am also a chartered accountant and also an economist as virtue of my first degrees, right? Yeah, so that is it. And that beside the credentials and those big names and all of that, I have been investing for close to 2 decades. And things that have built me wealth is what I'm sharing with you. ETF, real estate businesses. And of course, I will share the one that's lost me money. Things like penny stock, day trading, options trading. Actually, I lost $99,000 in that particular, those three lost me 99,000 about 6 years ago. However, most importantly is I own and manage double digit real estate portfolio. So you can call me the real estate queen, okay? You can call me the ETF queen. And if you don't know what ETF is, then you know what to do. Click on that follow button there because we're about to go on the ride. Well done, everyone tapping out their life. If you're just joining us, click on that follow button. Let's click on the follow button. 5 things that we do right here, because today we're talking about the exact step by step that we're going to use if I have to start from zero again, all over again, attaining that multi-millionaire status in my 30s, the exact strategy that I would use step by step to achieve that from zero. That's what we're going to be teaching, and we're going to be starting it this week because of course it takes more than one day to teach this, but I'm going to be listing it out to you today. So click on that follow button. Don't just sit here not clicking the follow button, don't tapping out the live, not getting your daily admin. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, we know. Thank you so much for the repost. So that's what we need to do. Repost, tap out the live, share the live, right? 3 things we do here: wealth building, wealth protection, and wealth transfer. Okay? Wealth building, wealth protection, wealth transfer. And that is the exact thing that I'm going to be teaching you as well today. Those 3 things, but broken down into what does that mean, okay? Because that is very cumbersome. What does that mean to me? How did I use the well building, well protection, and of course wealth transfer? How did I achieve that? Achieving that in my 30s, achieving the status or attaining multi-millionaire status in my 30s. That's exactly the steps I'm going to be teaching you today. So click on that follow button if you have not done so. Let's click on the follow button. So good to have you all here. Awesome. So we're going to go straight to the board, and I'm going to get my little friends. Oh, my little friends. I love them a lot. All right, because it just helps me, right? Whenever it gets boring, and of course, you guys are going to. I always tap from the energy of the life. So if the life is super engaging, right, you're going to get the best part of me, okay? If it's engaging, it's going to get best part of me. So get your daily admins, tap out the live, share out the live, click on the follow button. Do not just sit here because you're doing us a disservice. When you don't click the follow button, you don't tap out the live, you don't do anything because the algorithm will assume that you are a BOT, or you are a scammer, or you don't find value here, or maybe you don't, whatever. Peggy, latest millionaire in town. So let's do that. So let's go straight into the board. Let's go straight to the board. What am I going to do, right? If I had to start from zero all over again, let's achieving that multi-millionaire status. Yours might be like, okay, you know what? I'm not. All right. Sorry, those on the YouTube side. Yeah. Achieving that multi-millionaire status again, right? One of the things, oh, before I even go, one of the things that I want you to understand is, first of all, is I'm not going to be saving money in the bank. J2, latest millionaire in town. I'm not going to be, one thing that I want to tell you is that I'm not going to be saving my money in the bank. I'll be focusing on what? Investing, right? And that's what I'm going to be teaching you today, right? What am I going to be investing in? Those are the things that we're going to be talking about. Peggy, thank you so much for the repost. Let's all get our daily at me. If you have not gotten our daily at me, let's get our daily at me. Anna, the truth, welcome in, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. And when I call you millionaire, I'm so serious about it. I mean, there's power of life and death in the tongue, right? That's one step. However, beyond the power of life and death in the tongue is because I'm going to be giving you the practical steps. The only thing is that if you follow it, you would achieve the same result, okay? Your chances of achieving the same result is very, very high. But if you do not follow it, yeah, well, I cannot help with that. Thank you all for sharing out the life. So, let's go. So, all right, and we just finished teaching the right order to build wealth. So let me tell you the exact steps that I'm going to be using, right? I'm starting from zero all over again. Starting from zero. If I had to start from zero all over again, right? Starting from zero. Exact strategy that I use to attain that $1 million status. That's what I'm sharing right here, right? And it follows one principle. It follows the multi-millionaires work blueprint. So you can go take another gadget and check, where does the multi-millionaire, where do they put their money? When you check it, you would understand. Peggy, thank you so much for getting your daily at me. Thank you all for Stephanie. How are you? It's been a minute, girl. How have you been? Hope all is well with you. So good to have you, right? Starting from zero. What exactly? The first thing first, I need to understand the definition of what I want to achieve. So I want to understand, number one, what does wealth mean to me? Number two, what is my financial goal? And what is my number, right? A lot of us don't know this. You do not understand what is your financial number, your financial freedom number. What is that number that you can say, oh, you know what? I will be financially free. What is even your goal when it comes to, okay, I'm building wealth? To what end? As a matter of fact, I just released a video on lifestyle with Dr. Lina, and it was that because it gave me the idea, right? Okay, because a lot of time we are chasing, oh, it's money. Kinte, how are you? Dr. Makuzu George, latest millionaire in town. These days, I've been seeing a lot of doctors in the house. I've been seeing a lot of doctors, right? Welcoming everyone. Click on that follow button. You need to, first of all, I want to understand, if I had to start from zero all over again, attaining that multi-millionaire status again in my 30s, attaining multi-millionaire status in my 30s. If I had to also, thank you so much for getting your daily at me. If I had to do that again, this is the exact step, starting from zero. This is what I would do. Some of them I followed, maybe 90%, but 10% of them, maybe I missed, and those are the things I'm going to fix. First is that, what is my definition of wealth? Oftentimes, hello Peggy, hi. Oftentimes, when your definition of wealth is wrong, right, that's where the problem is. Barbara, latest millionaire in town. Ghana and Kenya, Nigeria, that's so good. Stevie, welcome in. Click on that follow button, right? Wealth, I want to understand what wealth means to me. Right. The other thing is that, what is my financial goal? Stevie, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. We're talking about the exact steps, step by step, to achieving from zero to becoming a millionaire. In dollars, by the way. Okay, because of course I'm in the United States. I'm in Texas, the United States, so obviously that's why I'm saying dollars. You can also put it in pounds. Of course, whatever currency you want to have, let it be something stronger than your own currency, right? Yeah, let's not use the zim dollars, okay? Let's not use the zim dollars. All right? Okay? So, wealth. I want to understand, what does wealth mean to me? And trust me, a lot of us have a wrong definition of wealth, right? And real estate, okay? A lot of us understand, we have the wrong definition of wealth. When you hear wealth, let's talk about honesty. So really, let's talk about honesty. Let us be honest with ourselves. If I ask this question for you, be honest to yourself. Whenever I say, when you hear wealth, when you hear wealthy, okay, what comes to mind? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Drop it in the comment. When you hear, oh, this person is wealthy, or when you hear wealth, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's get our daily admins. If you can give the gallery money, okay, money. Okay, Stevie said time. All right, Stevie said time. So let's take note. Somebody said money. Okay. What else again? Tongara said money. Click on the follow button. Yeah, assets. Okay, asset. That's still money. All right. Okay. All right. There's time as well. Okay. Someone said health. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see again. All right. Freedom. Okay, that's time. Okay. We are being honest to ourselves right now. We're being honest to ourselves. Whenever you hear wealth, what does wealth mean to you? Definition of this. Because you want to build wealth, you need to know what you're building. And that's where the problem lies with a lot of people. That's the first thing. You don't even know what you're building. You don't know what you're building. Valuable possession, right? This is still, asset, valuable possessions, right? Right? Asset, right? Ombre. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about the exact strategy, starting from 0 to millionaire status. The exact strategy that I use, if I had to start from 0 all over again, I had to start from 0 all over again to attaining that multi-millionaire status in my 30s. These are some of this that I used that got me to that millionaire status in my 30s. And of course, and more, because I'm going to be putting more. There's some that I also made mistake about that I later fixed. Like I lost $99,000. Now I will not lose $99,000, right? I will not lose that. I'll make sure that I do not lose that this time, okay? So those are the things that, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I don't know what I pressed here. On the YouTube side, sorry guys, it's looking like a green screen, so okay, I got it back. Great. Right. So valuable possession. Thank you all for your contribution. Let's keep tapping out. Let's get it to 20,000 taps. Let's also get our daily admins if you have not gotten. And you'll be sitting here or you're just joining us, click on that follow button. Let's click on the follow button if you haven't done so. Right. And everybody is right. Can you see? Anna, thank you so much for getting your daily admin. Every one of us is right. As a matter of fact, this is the first time in a life that people will tell me at least 3 types of wealth out of the 5 types of wealth. Well done. For the first time, every single time that I talk about wealth, the first thing people say is money, investment, stock market, this one. Everything is just this one. That's what everybody talks about. But the time is another type of wealth. Time, financial freedom. Whenever you say you have ability to control your time, you have you have control over your time. That is another type of wealth. Time is money. You would have heard that before, right? Time is money. Okay? Time is money. A lot of us abuse this time. And that's one of our main goals within this community. Financial freedom is the goal. Money is just a tool The ultimate goal is financial freedom, time. And a lot of time in the quest of you chasing the money, the one that is most important, which is time, you lose it. And then people were like, oh, but then, I mean, I have to work. That's exactly what we're going to be teaching you. Think about it. I put a video on Lifestyle with Dr. Lina on YouTube today. And one of the questions I asked is, think about it that all your bills are paid. You have all your finances taken care of, everything looking good, right? But what else are you going to be doing? You're not thinking of bills, you have unlimited funds. What are you going to be doing with your life? What are you going to do on a regular Monday morning? What time are you going to be waking up? Would you think about vacation? Would you be where you are at right now? All of, like the ideal state where you are not thinking about money. So it tells you that a lot of things that we do as of today, in terms of this, is a function of what? Is a function of, oh, I am doing this because of money, right? I am waking up at 6 a.m. just because of money. But just imagine that you have that unlimited state. So your first definition, understanding your definition of wealth is key. Time is money, all right? Kids don't have water in Ghana. Wow. That needs to be fixed. Tell the government, okay? The government is going to take care of that. That's why we have government, right? All right, so let's go to the other type of wealth that my friend Stevie said, health. A lot of times, what happens is, give me 1 second. A lot of times, people in the quest for chasing money, they lose their health. There's a reason why they say health is wealth. Health is wealth. Hey, Buana, how are you doing? So good to have you. Health is wealth. Okay? There's a reason why they say health is wealth. So whenever you're chasing money, you're chasing wealth, let your definition not just be money. You need to focus on the time. You need to focus on health. And if I had to build from zero all over again, I need to get that definition right. Because initially, I did not get that definition right as well. Because my focus was more on definitely on the health. I think I was good with the health. And of course, I was also good. I was good with the money part. But the time, I wasn't good with that. So if I have to build again, I would give myself, what is the time? How long am I going to do this for? How long is it going to take me to build it, to get to that $1 million status? What I'm going to do? Another type of wealth, which a lot of us don't build, is network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth, right? What is your net? Because trust me, if I'm looking for a job, right? And I know somebody that is there, your chances of getting that job, if you get the qualification or getting your foot at the door, your chances are higher than somebody that just drops a resume. If both of you qualify, thank you so much for getting your daily at me. All right, we're at 20K. That's amazing. Great. Let's keep going. And let's all get our daily at me's. Let's keep going. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Starting from zero to getting to millionaire status, I want to first of all understand what wealth means. What is that multi-millionaire? What does it mean to me? What is it? So welcome and click on that follow button if you have not done so. Social wealth, your network is your net worth. By virtue of this community, there's some, like a Dr. Fatima that is here. I saw her coming earlier. She's a director of admissions and scholarships in UCLA, Kev, latest millionaire in town. She's a director of admission and scholarships. She came to teach us about 2 months ago about scholarships and how millions of dollars are unclaimed every single year. She's in California. She works with UCLA. And as a matter of fact, she has gotten 3 degrees at zero cost. All her 5 siblings, all of them went to college at zero cost. Now, if you know that kind of person, Your chances of going to college at almost zero cost, or maybe she teaches you or whatever, this whatever, your chances of getting it is very high because you are now connected with her. She's teaching you all what you need to do. All right. Your network is your net worth. That's the other part of it. And lastly, which of course I will definitely do differently, and I'm still doing it right now, it's your peace. Your peace wealth. What is the peace wealth? Peace wealth, simply put, as do you have your beneficiaries on all of your accounts? Your bank account, do you have your beneficiaries listed? That your 401k, do you have, or your retirement account? Bettina, latest millionaire in town. Yeah, whenever she comes to this live, you definitely be able to connect with her, right? Whenever she comes in, she's probably even here, right? So that's the thing, right? So because social peace wealth, do you have beneficiaries? I did not have beneficiaries on my account. Simply means that if anything happens to me or someone, Lady Gold, latest millionaire in town, if something happens, who are they going to transfer your money to? Do you have a living trust? Do you have insurance in place? Do you have an umbrella policy? If you have a business, do you have an LLC? Do you have an S corp, C corp, and all of those kind of things? Do you have things that protect you? And most importantly, do you have your emergency fund, like your safety net, in a case where there is there's a major repair, health issues, there is a job loss or income loss? Do you have all of that? Because those are the things that a lot of people are still financially stressed about. These are the different types of wealth you need to chase. Don't just think wealth is money. So starting from zero, I will be very clear, understand the definition of what wealth is. So I know that I am not just chasing just money. I'm chasing to be financially free. What do I mean by that? Financially free means that if I'm building wealth, I know that I need to get to that millionaire status without trading my life from age 20 to 65. Does that make sense? Working from age 20 to 65 because I have traded my time wealth, because I am already tired at 65. I'm already tired at 65. Time wealth. So I know that in everything that I'm doing, whatever call that I'm making, I need to make sure that, okay, maybe by 50, I am already retiring. I'm having control over my time. So I know that every decision that I'm taking in my quest for starting from zero to $1 million status, it must be geared towards getting financial freedom. It must be geared towards having my time back. All right? Health, I will make sure that my health is not impaired or is not impacted in any way in the process of building wealth. I will not do morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift, and then still be at on call. Because then I will get the money, and then what happens? Then I'm using the money to fix my health. And this is a lot of people are in here. Another thing is the social wealth. I'm going to build, Dr. Lina is almost like antisocial. I have very limited people in my circle. Very, very limited. Maybe I would expand the circle, just so, but make sure that they are quality people. Be intentional about it. That I have the people on my level, at level. I have the people above my level, right? I have the people within different spaces, so that if I'm trying to figure things out, I don't need to figure things out by myself. Not latest millionaire in town. Like when I wanted to start real estate, I own and manage double-digit real estate portfolio, right? Whenever I wanted to start real estate, I did it with somebody that almost at my level. We were both at the same level. We were buying properties together. We were trying to figure out things together. We did it together. Today, maybe she also has almost a similar level of portfolio. So no broke people in my... No, that's not what I'm saying. I said people are above me. people at my level, and of course if below as well, because you also want to make an impact. Life is not just about making an impact. I mean, life is about making an impact as well. Remember yesterday, Buana was saying that, why are you giving all these things for free? That's because one of my goals is to add values to people's life. As a matter of fact, the goal for this community is to help us to reduce crime within the society. How do we do this? Because if some people are financially literate, if you know how to increase your income, how to start becoming financially free, you know how to manage your money, and you start putting your money in the right places, and you see your money growing, tell me how poverty is going to reduce, and of course crime is going to reduce automatically, right? It's going to reduce crime, right? Leech, how are you? It's been a minute. How you go? Right? I hope all of those are one-on-one session. I hope you've executed all of that. I'm coming for you. We're buying that property by the end of the year, remember? So you need to tell me where we are at, okay? All the people with my one-on-ones that have done one-on-one with me, I know they're like the palm of my hand, because I will chase you, because you must execute. The minute you have that one-on-one with me, you must execute, okay? You must execute, even though you try to run away from me. You must execute. All right. Okay. So social network, right? Because having those people around me would help me do what? Will help me achieve my goals. Would set me on track. Will open doors for me. Then peace wealth. This is the one I'm still building. This particular one, peace wealth. That's the one that I would focus on. As I'm building, I am making sure I'm having my living trust, my emergency fund. Whenever I started my journey to that $1 million status, I was putting all my money in investment. So I did not have emergency fund. And that's part of the things that triggered my 99,000 loss. Because the money that I was supposed to use, I had to force to sell. If only I'd waited for a little bit. Whenever we wanted to buy a house, you almost call it an emergency or whatever, I put it in an investment. And because that house, we wanted to buy it at that time, the stock market was low. This is the first time I'm hearing about this one-on-one session. Can I know more about where you got? Right, one-on-one, you find the link in my bio. Kev, you will find the link in my bio. The link is in my bio, then I'll show it after the class as well. Right, you'll find the link. If anybody can help me copy the link in the bio, that would be great as well. Right, and I think, isn't it here? Can you guys see anything here? I don't know if it's there. When you see my services, can you see my services where I'm pointing at? Right, if you click on that, you would be able to get there as well. That's if it's there. I don't know. It shows that it's there on my own side, but I don't know if you guys can see it. It's just some of my services. If you click on it, then you go in there. Yeah, it's the store. Yeah, it's the store. You would find it right there. Yeah. Then the piece, right? I would have an emergency fund. So like I said, losing $99,000. It's not that I would have totally lost that money, because the stock would have actually gone up, right? But because I needed that money at that particular time, that's part of the reason why I lost that money. And of course, the stock market was down at that time. That's the purpose of emergency fund. Alex Trade, latest millionaire in town. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Starting from $0 to $1 million status, right? If I had to achieve that multi-millionaire status again, in my 30s, this is the exact strategy that I'm going to use. I would need to understand a clear definition of what wealth means: money, health, social, peace, and of course time, which is financial freedom. So I'm going to be chasing, and I'm not going to trade anyone for each other, right? I'm not going to trade it. So having said that, if you're just joining us, welcome in, and let's all get our daily admin. If you haven't gotten your daily admin, let's get our daily admins. At right here, because a lot of people think I always say admins, right? Get your daily admins. If you've just been here, you've been here 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? Click on that follow button. Please stop doing us a deserve us, right? We love you enough to, to let you go, right? But please, we'd love to keep you here because we're building wealth here. We're building wealth here. Involved latest millionaire in town. Yeah, we'd love to keep you here, but you're doing us a disservice when you don't click on the follow button, you don't tap out the live, you don't share out the live. The algorithm will assume that you are a BOT, you are a scammer, or you are monetary spirit. Or you don't find it valuable, because let's be realistic, somebody is here 5, 10, 20 minutes, at times 1 hour, you don't click the follow button, right? It just doesn't add up, right? It just feels that you are a scammer, right? Or you have an ulterior motive. So please, 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 let's click on that follow button. Bettina is laughing, right? Let's click on the follow button. Don't just, it's okay for you to also scroll past. It's not for everybody. I mean, some people don't want to build wealth. Some people don't want to become a millionaire. I mean, I don't know the reason why though. Because guess what? Money ends the BS. Money gives you options. So forget what they've been telling you. Money ends the BS. Money gives you option. Yeah? Awesome. So click on that follow button if you have not done so. If you haven't done so, please do that. Awesome. So we understand now that we are very clear on what my definition of wealth is. The other thing is that I want to know, maybe multi-millionaire status is for Dr. Lina, is for Kwame, is for, film fan, right? Is for NJ that is liking out this life. It might not be for everybody, okay? Some people, I want to understand, what is my financial freedom number, right? And what is my financial freedom goal? Number, 2 things. The goal is, some people, because you know why the goal is very important. The reason why goal is important, the day where you don't want to show up, right? The day where you don't want to show up for yourself, or you feel like, oh, maybe you manage to be like, okay, you lost 99,000 and you want to quit, right? This is the thing that's going to remind you, what is my goal? Why am I trying to achieve this, right? Some people's one is, you know what? I want to be the trailblazer. There's never been a millionaire in my family, a millionaire in dollars in my family, and I want to be that person, right? Some people, I mean, to cross the ocean, or some people be first immigrants. Some of them went to the, try to get into other countries multiple times, 10 times, but they never gave up, because they're saying that, you know what, the next generation has to come from like this. Just like the Rockefeller family. It was just one person that said, you know what, in this family, guess what? Poverty ends here. Every child that comes from after me, from now on, it's going to become a millionaire. It's going to become wealthy. You need to understand, what is your goal? So for somebody like me, right, one of the things is that the fear of failure. I never want to fail, right? That's one of the things for me. Another thing is that I want to travel the world. Another thing for me is to impact life and add value. What is it? Yours, you might know yours, right? Those are the goals for me. Now, let's talk about, you need to determine, because the day that you experience losses, or the day that you experience, issues, this is what is going to keep you going. These are things that will keep you going to show up. So like today that we have 59 people, I really do not care, because I'm going to still teach the same way when the day we have 300 people in this life. Let's share the life. Can we quickly share the life? Let's quickly share the life. And let's repost. Let's tap out the life. Let's repost. Let's tap out the life. Let's get our daily admins. Yeah, the life is a little bit quiet. Let's quickly do that. The exact step by step. So, and this part is very, very important. It's very, very, very important. If you have been here, you've not clicked on that follow button, click on that follow button. If you haven't done so, click on that follow button. Right? Now, let's now understand the other part is financial freedom number. What's your freedom number? Some people's own might not be million. It might not be a million. Some people's own might be different. Some might be, oh, you know what? By the time we calculate it. So what is your financial freedom number? It's called the rule of 25. So maybe you've always been thinking, okay, what is that number that I need to achieve so that I can become financially free, right? It is called the rule of 725. It's how you determine your financial freedom number. And it's calculated as what? I mean, we're no longer talking about, now we're talking about calculation. Your rule of 25. You take your monthly expenses, you multiply it by 12, so it gives you your annual expenses. All right? Then you take these annual expenses and then you multiply it by 25. Whatever your number is, that is your financial freedom number. You want to determine this number. So for instance, let's say your monthly expenses, let's say it's $3,000 times 12. So times 10, that's 30,000. That's $36,000. 25. That's your financial freedom number. Another person's number. So this is going to vary from one person to another. Hi, Dora. Welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, click on that follow button. Right? Subscribe button on the YouTube side. So this is it. Your annual expenses multiplied by 25. Whatever that number is, that is your financial freedom number. It means that once you get to this number, so if I multiply this now, that's 360. 360 by 2. Can somebody give me the number? 360 by 2, that's 720. 720 multiplied by 1, 720 plus another 5, 720 plus 36, 36. So 36, that's someone give me about 900. Thank you so much. 900. That is the number. That's somebody's number. So that is somebody's number. 900,000. That is somebody's number. That's somebody's number. So it's not in all cases that, oh, you know what? I need to chase 1 billion. I need to chase 1 trillion. It might just be, okay, once I have this amount, I am good. So you just need to determine what is this number for you. You need to calculate that. Multiply it by 12. Multiply it by 25. That is it. 900,000 is your financial freedom number. If yours is $5,000, you know that you need to put more. It's either you put more, you reduce it, or you increase it, right? You reduce it, or you figure out how you're going to close the gap. Because of course, the person with 900,000, 3,000 living expenses is different from the person with 5,000 living expenses. And of course, the financial freedom number of this person is going to be close to like, or 5,000 will be close to like 1.5 to 1.6 million. Is a function of what your goal is. A lot of people don't know this number. They don't know this number. They don't even have an idea of what financial freedom number is. And I need to really quickly reset this live. We need to quickly reset the live. Everything looks very quiet. Can we tap out the live? One of the 5 things that we do here, or 6 things, is once you come in, wait 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, click on that follow button. So can we all click on that follow button if you have not done so right now? Let's quickly do that, starting from $0 to $1 million status, right? That's what we're teaching here. You click on that follow button. The other thing is that we tap out the live, like NJ is doing right now. Peggy is doing that right now. The other thing is that we share out the live. Ed is doing it as well. Let's share out the live. How do you share out? How do you tap out the live? Just tap the screen. Let's tap the screen. Those on the YouTube side, all you have to do is to subscribe and also share the live. So let's tap out the screen. Let's share out the live. Thank you so much. Also, the other thing we do is repost. We repost. Press my how do you repost? You will find it right here. Then sharing out of the live, press my forehead on the screen, share it. You will see your contacts, invite each and every one of them in. Invite them all in. The other thing that we also do is what? We get our daily at-me's. You don't know what daily at-me is. Let's see if we can put it out there for you. This one costs you 1 penny, okay? It costs you 1 penny. So get your daily at-me. It shows that you see the MDL in front of Ed Voice. EQ the voice. EQ the voice. That's it. The MDL shows that you're a fan of this community. You value this community. You know, you're a part of it, right? So click on that follow button. It costs you 1 cent. 1 cent is what it costs you. So click on that as well. What else? Get your pen and paper. This is the exact strategy that I use to attain that multi-millionaire status in my 30s. So if you're wondering, oh, how do I get to that $1 million status? Exactly what I'm teaching you, right? Exactly, because I want to know what exactly is my number. What is my goal? What does wealth mean to me, right? What is my financial goal? That's the first step in that journey to becoming, to get, because it's not everybody that, you don't know, my own expenses is different from your own expenses. Bamadex, latest millionaire in town, right? Your own expense is different from mine, right? I might be chasing a multi-millions. You just need maybe $1 million, right? Some people need, the other day, somebody was just 500 and something thousand. So you know exactly what you're chasing. Thank you so much for the roses, right? You know exactly what you're chasing, right? And that's why this is very, very important, right? The financial understanding what your financial freedom number is, which is called the rule of self 25. Rule of 75, take your monthly expenses, multiply it by 12. It's going to give you your annual expenses. Then you take the annual expenses, you would multiply 25. Like somebody that the annual monthly expenses is $3,000, you have to, that's $36,000 annually, multiplied by 25. That is 900,000. So that person's financial freedom number is 900,000. What does that mean? The minute this person attains $900,000, he's financially free. He doesn't have to lift a finger again. It simply means that with this $900,000, he would still survive. It will be okay for the rest of his life, right? Because he already has this and something will be generating that money for him. That's what it means. That is why it's called a financial freedom number. So if you have been wondering the number, that is it right there. Elvis, Alemis, welcome in, right? So, and now that we understand what wealth is, any questions so far? Any questions so far? Thank you all for tapping out the live. Let's get a daily at me's. If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated. Energy, latest millionaire time. Any questions? Any questions? All right, if there are no questions, let's now go to the next thing. Now that we have gotten to the foundation, right? Now, how do you achieve this number? That's the next thing. I'm the word, welcome in. How are you doing? How do we achieve this number? Because 900,000 looks like a lot. Thank you so much for the roses. How do we achieve these numbers? And this is the big question. 900,000, that's close to $1 million. How do I achieve it? $3,000. I'm not working. I'm working now, but then how do I achieve this? Because I know that this is what is going to buy me back my time. Guess what? Some people don't get to this 900,000, which is their financial freedom number, even in retirement, working from age 20 to 65. And that's where the problem lies. Spicy Cubes, latest millionaire in town. But now, because you know this now, you know that this is what you are chasing. Your rule of 25, that's what you are chasing. So do that calculation. Make sure you do that calculation and have a number. It says, Bible says, write a vision, make it plain, right? Put it on your vision board. This is what I want to achieve. And then you need to now put the date and the numbers behind it. How many years is it going to take you? You love the class. Thank you so much. You love the class. Thank you so much. We love you being here as well. How many years is it going to take you to achieve that your goal? To achieve that your goal, that multi-million, that's 900,000 goal. How long? Because you already know the number, so you need to work it backwards. That's what we need to do. How do you achieve this 900,000? So that's the next thing that we would want to talk about. Now that we understand what your goal is, we understand what sort of wealth are you chasing, we understand what is financial, what is your financial freedom number through the rule of 25. It's 900,000 for this person with 3,000 monthly expenses. Now, how do we achieve this 900,000? That is where a lot of people get stuck. How do we achieve this goal this goal that we are talking about, that 900,000? How do we achieve it? And I'm going to I will try to work it backwards. Starting from zero to a millionaire. Remember, in this case it's 900, but for this purpose we'll say 1 million, okay? We'll use 1 million because that's what we have on the board. It's something called, it starts from what? It starts from, there are 3 factors that goes into it. 3 factors that goes into achieving this number that you have here. 3 factors. 3 major factors, okay? There's more. The first one is something, or what do I call it? First one is something called your income. Or maybe inheritance or jackpot or lottery, okay? The second thing is how you handle that thing, this same income. How? And the third part of it is where you put it. This income, right? So it's everything is around, you want to achieve that $1 million status, or you want to gain that, based on your financial freedom number. Yours might be 2.5 million. So if you are living a $10,000 life, you know that you have more to chase, right? Income. How you manage that income, and then where you put it, that's what is going to. I'm going to show you using the wealth triangle. Don't mind me. I'm very pictorial, okay? And if you're just meeting me and you might be wondering what's going on here, yeah, that's because Dr. Balls, welcome in. Peggy, thank you so much for tapping out the live. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We're talking about if I had to start from zero again, how would I achieve that $1 million status, right? Understanding that I attained and achieved that multi-millionaire status in my 30s. And that's exactly what I'm teaching here. Things that I'm changing, things that I will keep, and that's exactly if I had to start from zero all over again, right? Understanding the multi-millionaire's wealth blueprint. So if you are just joining us, welcome in. Number one is have an understanding of wealth. What does wealth mean? Social, health, money, peace, and of course, time, right? Understand what your financial goal is. Also understand what your financial freedom number is, following the rule of 25. The rule of 25. So it starts with, like I said, income. It starts with income. So I'm not one of those coaches that will tell you, oh, you know what, despite your income. Trust me, if I'm one of those coaches, I will not be having multiple stream of income. I will not be a vice president of technology. That's my day job. And at the same time, being a professor, teaching AI, cybersecurity, deep learning, and information system. Because my own financial freedom number is very high. Because, somebody that wants to travel the world already gives you an idea that it's not $3,000. That $3,000 is not $3,000 a month is not going to do it. Okay? It means that there is more, right? So it starts with your income, right? This income, the higher it is, the higher the chances, the closer you are to that. Remember the 900,000. which was somebody's financial freedom number, based on the rule of 725, right? Okay, this, it starts with this. In my own case, what this income, this is the first factor. Where you put it, if all that you do with this is you put it on this side, you realize that you're not going to build wealth. You're not going to be financially free, basically. You're not going to get to this status that you're looking for. This side is something called paycheck to paycheck. This side is what is called rat race. This side is what is called something called hamster wheel. So it's like a wheel. You're just doing it, spinning it again and again. If you put these, you put some here and you split it. If you put all here, it's a problem. If you cannot even put all here, it's impossible. So what is here and what is here? One is going to reduce hand to mouth. Thank you so much. Hand to mouth, right? Here it's going to, this side is going to bring an increment. And this side is going to bring reduction. This side, the process ends here. This side, the process comes like this, and it comes here. All right? So let's fill in the gap. Let's fill in the gap. And there's also a very major factor in between here. So I'm going to be giving you some terms. Your income, what the society told us is, eat the fruit of your labor, right? That's what they told us. Eat the fruit of your labor. Enjoy the fruit of your labor. You work too hard for your money, so enjoy the fruit of your labor. This is what that is. Take your income and put it towards something called DLL. Everybody drop DLL in the comment. Drop DLL in the comment. Everyone drop DLL in the comment. And I have to do. Let's all drop DLL in the comment. If you are just joining us, click on that follow button. You're just joining us. Thank you so much, Kev. Thank you so much. Is involved user. Yeah, click on that follow button. Don't just sit here. What is DLL? G, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. Right? What is DLL, man? David, welcome in. How are you doing? Click on that subscribe button. What is DLL? It is something simple. Okay, Dora, how are you? It's simple. NJ, equate the voice. It's simple. Bill plus lifestyle. That's DLL. DLL is depreciating lifestyle liability. It means that it depreciates. Remember, arrow goes down. It depreciates. It's a life. It focuses on lifestyle, and of course, it's a liability. I agree with this one, the bill, because you can't control it. Babies will still eat. You will still need to eat, right? You still need roof over your head. You still need utilities. If you are in like a Texas like me, where the temperature goes all the way to over 120 Fahrenheit, you can even you can fry your egg with the sun here in Texas, right? You will know that you need to have, an air conditioning system, and as well as the ACC, the eating system when the heat comes. When my TFSA account reach 7,000, where do I move my money? When we get there, we'll get there, okay? And right now, we're still teaching about the exact step to get here. So click on that follow button. Depreciating lifestyle liability. Thank you so much, Spicy Queen. Cubes. Ugh, can't speak English. Right? While the bills, you don't have control over. You do have some control over it. But a lot of times, the lifestyle is what drives up the bill. Because a lot of time your bills is basically your basic needs. You need to have transportation. You need to have food. You need to have housing, and of course you need to have, utilities, right? However, what drives the bill up most of the time is, what is the type of car? A Toyota or a Mercedes? Lifestyle. It's still the same transportation. A Toyota, a Mercedes, still the same transportation is still moving from point A to point B, right? So that you will understand the differences. You are still transporting, right? Another thing, 5,000 square footage versus 2,000 square footage. Edgeville, latest millionaire in town. 5,000 square footage home versus 2,000 square footage home. Of course, the utilities of a 5,000 square footage home will be way higher than a 2,000 square footage home. I hope we agree with that. The same thing, groceries. You can buy groceries, right, and go to Costco, Sam's Club, or go to Walmart, go to Aldi, whatever of the stores, right? You go there and you shop, versus you can also eat in the restaurant and do lunch every single, and then you also do delivery at home, Uber Eats, DoorDash. At the end of the whole thing, there is eating, there is food. One is lifestyle, while the other one is basic living, basic living standards, or what's it called? I'm looking for your basic needs. One is your basic needs, one is lifestyle. You're ordering, every single step because like the Uber Eats is convenience. You will buy food outside, that's convenience, right? That's what you are paying for. You're not actually, it's not about the food, because you can make the same food at home at less than, just the same thing with Starbucks. Yes, luxury. And that's what drives home. That's the depreciating lifestyle liability, right? You are renting a house in the what's it called, in downtown, whatever, in the Heights. That's it. Cheap boy, latest millionaire in town, where you can use the same money to buy a whole house in the suburb. Yeah, that's it. That is it. So the lifestyle, the luxury, you can buy a regular shirt, it's a white shirt, but because you decided to go and buy the same white shirt, because you buy it, a regular white shirt, for $20 or $10, but then you decide to go and buy the white shirt, they wrote Gucci in front of it, then it becomes 1,000, or maybe because they wrote CK in it. This one is not from this is from the Ross, okay? Right? I just like it is nice, okay? Right? This, you can decide to go and buy it from, I could buy it for $20 or whatever. You would decide to say, oh, you know what, I must buy it the day it comes out, right? And you buy it for $200, right? Favored, latest millionaire in town. I hope you understand, because we also need to understand the differences between this thing. There's one that is basic needs of life. There's another one that is luxury. There's another one that is wants. There's another one that, what you can do without it. Really, really, you can do it. Let's assume that there's a job loss right now. You don't have income. Would you think that, okay, the mall is the next place for you to visit? Hell no. That's the last place that you want to think. But the first place you want to think about is that, let me stock up the house. At least let there be food in the house, right? Let me be able to pay my rent, okay? You know what I mean? Now we understand the difference between the cost of the gas. When you're driving a Mercedes, or you are driving a Porsche, or a Porsche, or an Escalade, you're going to use a premium gas, like the highest grade, $4, if you're in Texas like me, versus $3.20 in a Toyota. Extra. The maintenance cost is way higher. That's lifestyle. Okay? So I'm not saying cut your basic, and a lot of times your basic needs is not even the problem. You will be fine. But the lifestyle is actually the problem. Shutting down the club, going to parties every single weekend, trying to keep up with Joneses, that MS purse, that Chanel bag, and then you don't have $2,000 in your account, but you are carrying a purse of $10,000. That's the lifestyle. Salifu, welcome in. How are you doing? And I know that you guys are very upset right now. A topic that we must not touch, okay? But let's tap out the live. Click on that follow button. You like me or you do not like me. By force, you'll be financially free. You'll be financially free. You'll be financially free. Because think about it. Okay, click on that follow button. Let's quickly do that. I hope we understand what depreciating lifestyle liability is. Chiboy said, I love the teaching. Hey, Jackie, how are you doing? Poverty is a choice. Well, no, at times it's not a choice. At times it's the lack of education. A lot of people do not know. I mean, explain it to me. Why? Yes, you will. And explain it to me why at the age of 18, once you turn 18, you become a young adult. They teach you how to get a credit card. They actually did not teach you. They actually hand over the credit card to you. But they never told you you could open a Roth IRA. There's no, I mean, I would expect that there is a cubicle, as the kids are going to call it, from Republic of Ireland. And Republic of Ireland is country number 74. Awesome. Country number 74. We don't have Republic of Ireland represented here. Country number 74. Drop your country. I'm in Texas, in the United States. It will be so amazing. I mean, my goal is to travel the world. So I love it. I love it when I'm seeing all of those countries. I've seen countries like Bahrain, Serbia, Oman, right? It's just amazing that is represented in this community. Isn't that amazing? Botswana, all those kind of countries. Yeah, it is amazing. Look at Kuwait, country number 75. Wow, Cameroon is here. Cameroon is already here. Kev, all the way. Awesome. So we have 75 countries, guys. Isn't that amazing? Drop your country, guys. Let's quickly do that. Drop your country. And if you are just joining us, click on the follow button. Just joining us. Zim is already here, favored. Zimbabwe is already, Zim is already here. Australia, Laban, Australia is already here. New Jersey, United States, New York, awesome. Ghana, of course, was number 5. Berlin, Germany is here. Liberia, wow. Awesome. Sierra Leone, yes. Isn't it beautiful? 75 countries represented within the $1 million league. Awesome. Ohio, Texas, Ohio, wow. Hi, Cincinnati. Right, the headquarters of my first love, Procter & Gamble. Awesome. That's beautiful. So good to have each and every one of us. If you still, if you're just joining us, welcome in. Click on that follow button. Let's click on the follow button. Let's tap it out to 40,000 taps. Let's get it to 40,000 taps, guys. Drop where you are connecting from. Also, let's get our daily at-me's. It costs you 1 penny. If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated. We're talking about starting from 0 to $1 million status. The exact strategy, if Dr. Lina needs to start, it's cool, right? If I had to start from 0 all over again, how do I achieve that multi-millionaire status in my 30s? Thank you so much, Jackie. What are the steps that I'm going to use to achieve that $1 million status, in my 30s? Just the same way I've done in the past, multi-millionaire status in my 30s. Would I just jump straight into investing? Would I do ETF? Would I do real estate? Would I put it in savings account, right? What are the things I'm going to do? And exactly what I'm teaching you right here. But first of all, I'm going to understand what wealth means, right? What does wealth mean? Your health wealth, your peace wealth, your time wealth, which is financial freedom, your peace wealth, and of course, your social wealth. I know that I'm going to be chasing all of that, not just money, okay? And of course, what is my financial goal, right? To what end is that money? Is it to oppress others, to impress others, or to what? What is the reason why I want to achieve that, right? And then what is my financial freedom number? Rule of 25. Take your monthly expenses, multiply it by 12, then multiply by 25, so that you know the exact number, that you're chasing, right? The exact number that you're chasing, in terms of, is it $1 million that is your financial freedom number, or you don't even need $1 million? And the testing that we did, somebody with $3,000 monthly expenses, yours will be about $900,000 when it comes to, your financial freedom. So that's the number you need to chase. And then we're talking about 3 things. How do we now achieve this 900,000? because that's the big elephant. That's the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. 900,000. That's 1 million. That's not a joke, right? People would say, "Is 900,000 a joke to you?" Well, $900,000 is a joke to some of us. Yeah, because that's what we teach here. That's what we teach here. It's a function of three things: income, lottery, or inheritance. Some of us, we've never heard about inheritance. Only one that we got is education, love, being the fear of God, discipline, and integrity. That's the inheritance we got from our families. Okay. Well, we appreciate that. But some very big fat accounts would have also been a beautiful one as well. All right. Okay. So income is the thing that comes in the natural state for us. Income. Okay. Samuel, latest millionaire. And for me was, and I'm going to tell you exactly, I got there. For me, that's why my day job is vice president of technology. That's my day job. Not because I love technology that much. Of course, you already know where my passion and everything lies. Otherwise, I'll be talking about cybersecurity. I'll be talking about, how you need to have this control and what control are you supposed to have so that there will not be vulnerability. What level of vulnerability are we having? The hacking, all of those kind of things. What sort of contracts are we going to be putting in place and all of that to ensure that, those are the things I'll be talking about here. But obviously, I'm not talking about that. It tells you that finance is my first love because I'm a chartered accountant, I'm an economist as well. And guess what? In my quest, remember, increasing this income, I chased technology. I went to technology just so I can increase my income. And that's part of the strategy that I used in achieving that multi-millionaire status in my 30s, right? That multi-millionaire status in my 30s. And I'm going to be teaching you some of this. And you might be wondering, did she go back to college? No, I did not. I did not. So income is your focus, number one. Not one of those coaches that would lead you astray and tell you, go and be preneuring something. What are you preneuring? Except you're ready, because you need to have capital to preneur something, right? To be an entrepreneur. You have to have capital, right? So let your income, let it be the one that is going to fund that thing that you want to preneur. Okay? Because I'm just tired of hearing preneur. Yeah, preneur. But where is the money for the preneur coming from? Right? And that's where a lot of people struggle. Start with this income. If you have to do it for 5 years, do it. That's my challenge, right? That's my challenge. Yeah. Do it if you have to do it for 5 years to get that income, the capital that you need. Then go preneur whatever you want to preneur. Right? Go preneur what you want to preneur. I'm an entrepreneur. But what funded that preneur? It's this income. People want to get out of college and you want to straight to preneur. You don't have your inheritance, you don't have nothing. You just want to go straight and you're saying you're waiting on the preneur or whatever. Anyways, income. The society tells us, take the income and fund depreciating lifestyle liability. Thank you for this wisdom. You're welcome. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Click on that follow button. Click on that follow button. You're just joining us. Please, you're doing us a disservice. Not doing anything. You're just sitting here. Your note is full. You're smiling. You love it. You are enjoying every part of it. And you're saying, oh my goodness, that is wisdom. But you're not commenting. You are not clicking on the follow button. You are not sharing out the life. You're not doing anything. You're just saying, oh my gosh, she's speaking to my soul. Please click on that follow button because you are doing us a disservice. All right? You're doing us a disservice because the algorithm will assume that you are a BOT. You are a scammer. You are a monitoring spirit, or you don't find value. All right? So please, we beg you, click on the follow button. Otherwise, we respect you. We love you enough to let you go. You can scroll to something else, right? That is much more, requires your attention. Okay? Thank you so much for complying. So let's tap out the life. Let's share out the life. Get your daily atmis. Click on that follow button. You've been here 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. Just click on the follow button. It costs you nothing. You don't know how to go about it. There's a plus sign in front of your name. Thank you so much for the donut, right? there's a whatever in front of your name, right? Click on that, and that's it. There's a plus sign in front of your name. Click on that. Let's welcome you in. This is the $1 Million League. Those are already millionaires. Those are trying to attain that $1 million status, and those that that are not yet there, and those that, so we're helping each other. And I'm teaching you the exact strategy that I use, right, to attain that multi-millionaire status in my 30s. That's exactly what I am teaching right here. But guess what? I am saying that, okay, let's say Dr. Lina has to start from zero. Where does it start from zero? How do we attain that $1 million status? Okay. Yeah. Involved, you know what to do. Just keep tapping out the live so that we don't have to stop. Okay. So that I can teach, share the live, and tell everyone to also click on that follow button so that I can teach, because there's your goal. There is our goal as well. Okay. So when you see all of those things, you see the numbers going up. All right. Thank you so much. Awesome. So DLL, depreciating lifestyle liability. That's what the society told us. Go to school, get a job, work hard, and life is going to be good. If you've heard that before, Mr. Second, latest millionaire in town, Nicholas, latest millionaire in town. If you heard that before, put yes in the comment. If you heard that before, go to school, study hard, get a good job, get good grades, get a good job, and life is going to be beautiful. If you've heard that, drop it in the comment. Drop yes, I've heard that in the comment, or yes, I've heard that. All right? Right? Because we all have heard that. But guess what? Did you get the forever after? Did you get the happy ending? Are you not still living paycheck to paycheck? That's because income alone is not the only factor. There's this and there's this. Yes. There's this and there's this. Income, if you put your money towards the depreciating, income towards the depreciating, pay the bills, basic living expenses, focus on that. Remove the lifestyle for a little bit. Everyone drop DG in the comment. DG, drop DG in the comment. Everyone drop DG in the comment. DG in the comment. Mayanga, latest millionaire in town. DG. What is DG? Because you are focused on your basic living expenses and you're not focused on the lifestyle, it means that you are delaying the gratification. You are delaying the gratification, meaning that, you know what? I'm going to delay all this lifestyle. I'll still buy my plain shirts, instead of going to look for the one that has a Gucci in front of it, right? I will buy it for $20 instead of buying the one for $500. I will drive my Toyota, right? For today, I will delay the gratification so that I can ride a Mercedes tomorrow, right? Even though I'm still making a decent income. Now I've arrived at 6 figures. I'm not any 6-figure income. With my 6-figure, I know that I've not arrived because I am still going to focus on my bills, not attending that party every weekend, right? Because I'm not here to impress anybody. I'm not here to oppress anybody. I'm not trying to compensate for what I do not have, right? Awesome. Okay, so I would delay the gratification, and then what do? I will put, everyone drop ACA in the comment section, because when I delay the gratification, remember these cycle end here. Income to DLL, depreciating lifestyle liability, it ends here. It's impossible for you to buy a shirt now and say, oh, you know what, this is my shirt. This shirt, thank you so much, everyone. I love the engagement. This is my shirt. Oh, you know what? I bought it $1,000. I want to sell it for $1,000. And the lies that they told you that, oh, you know what? That MS purse or that Chanel bag and the MS, which one is the other one? MS and what's it called? There's the other one. And they tell you it's an investment. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's not. Okay? It is not. It is just for the fashion. All right. ACA. What is ACA? Appreciating cash flowing asset. Everyone, appreciating cash flowing asset. It means that it's something that grows. Appreciate. When you hear appreciate, what comes to mind? It grows, right? It's growth, right? and is an asset. When you hear they say, oh, that lady is, that lady is an asset, it means that the lady is smart, is intelligent. If this person comes to your life, right? If this person comes to your life, this person, the chances of this person becoming, making your life better, right? If this person comes to your life, appreciating cash flowing asset, right? If this person comes into your life, it means that, oh, you know what? It's going to add value to your life. Just the same way. Like you are going to appreciate growth. That's number one. Number two is it's going to give you cash flow. It's going to give you cash flow. That's the other thing. It's going to give you cash flow. So what are these assets? Because it's an asset. So what are you supposed to do? Or if I had to start from $0 to $1 million status, what exactly am I going to do? I'm going to take some of this money. I mean, let's even understand, what is this appreciating cash flowing asset? What are those? Those are something that puts money in your pocket. So talk about investments. What are investment? Real estate, businesses, stock market investing, not stock market trading. They're two different things. Investing is different from trading. Investing. Think about somebody like this, Robert Kiyosaki. Think about somebody like, maybe think about that. Zorina, latest millionaire in town. Tony Robbins, right? Think about people like that. Think about, I know that you might not love this person, but either way, just follow the things that make sense to you right there. Dave Ramsey. I mean, I still love him because it still makes sense in some things. That they call him the Lord of Investing. So it's simply, and what do I mean by this? If you're just joining us, welcome in. Click the follow button. So remember, Willie Box, latest millionaire in town, welcome in. So think about, remember I said your income. I said how you distribute your income will determine if you are going to be financially free to get to this status or this 900,000 person's case with the 3,000 monthly expenses, the financial freedom number using the rule of 25, right? How you distribute that your income will determine how you're going to get there. So if all your income goes to DLL, bills and lifestyle, remember, it means that you need to work, you pay bills. You work, you pay bills. You work, you pay bills. That's what that means is whenever you hear rat race, whenever you hear hamster wheel, you see, it's a wheel. It's like, think about a wheel of fortune. But this one is a wheel of working, right? Wheel of paycheck to paycheck. Home of Irish potatoes. Latest millionaire in town. It's a wheel, right? You continue. It simply means that you are working, you pay bills. You work, you pay bills, and you continue to do it. That's why people do it from age 25 to 65. Unfortunately, that's what the society tells us to do. Some people don't know any better, right? That's why they think that you working, that income is just for bills. Your income is not just for bills. Your income is for two things. It's for the bills, and then it is for financial freedom. It is for building wealth. So understand, so if your income is for one, bills, then the other part of it is for building wealth. What wealth? Peace wealth, time wealth, money wealth, art wealth, and of course, social wealth. That is what you are building with this income. But if your income, okay, latest millionaire in town, if your income is only for bills, you are just trading your life. So you just came to this world to pay bills. The time that God has given you, maybe God gave you 100 years, right? You went to school 20 years in it, right? So you have how many years left? 80 years. And then you work from age 20 to 65. That's another 45 years. So 45 years plus 20 years. That is what? 65 years of your life, right? You are using it focused on what? You're focused on paying bills. Is that a fulfilling life? So obviously, it is a wrong thing to tell you that income is just focused on paying bills. Now, what should income do? It should pay bills and then it should build wealth. Yes, I have my book, the Wealth Blueprint, the Wealth Blueprint, the Path to Financial Freedom. You would find it in my bio, the link in my bio. Otherwise, if you guys can see the link right here, you would find it right there. And I have, oh, by the way, I have my YouTube channel, Money Talk with Dr. Lina. If you're not subscribed, this place for teaching. As a matter of fact, we are streaming on both platforms right now. I always stream on YouTube and I stream on Instagram, TikTok. I'm also on Instagram as well. Can somebody help me drop the name, the YouTube channel? All my people in the house, all of those, you know the link. If you can just drop the link, that would be amazing. If you can drop the link, that will be amazing. Otherwise, you can just go there. So that's it. Non's a latest millionaire in town. That's the name. Just the same name here, the same picture. Just go there and subscribe. Go there. In short, let me give everybody 1 minute. Go there and quickly subscribe and be back. All the recording of this live, you want to replay this live again or whatever. Leban Leo, latest millionaire in town. You are just joining us. Welcome in. Right? If everyone go, if somebody can help me drop the link, that would be amazing. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Just go quickly subscribe, come back. The recording of this live is going to be there, right? By tomorrow, right? You would find it on the live tab. As many, and just close to like 500 or 700 live videos is what is there that you can actually watch, the way I'm teaching this. So maybe you're wondering ETF, what is ETF? What is real estate? All of those things, you would find it there. If anyone can help me drop the link. So go there and subscribe. And if you are just joining us, we're talking about the exact strategy or the steps from starting from zero to becoming a millionaire, right? The exact strategy that I used to attain that multi-millionaire status in my 30s, right? And if I had to start from zero all over again, to get to this $1 million status again, this is what I'm going to be doing. Right? This is what I'm going to do. Believe, latest millionaire in town. Welcome in. And I do not, when I say call you a millionaire, it is not a joke. Because let me explain it to you. At 18, what did they give you? They gave you, there's a cubicle, right? That they put, and they said, sign up for your credit card. And you were very excited to get that plastic. But what cubicle did it not give to you? The cubicle to tell you that, oh, you know what, if you're in the United States, you can actually open a Roth IRA and start putting $3 a day. That's about how much a month? $100 a month. $100 a month. And you're going to retire with you'll retire as a multi-millionaire. So it tells you something. They deliberately withheld certain information from you to keep you working from age 20 to 65. So that's what is called modern day slavery. I don't know how they sold us that. I don't know. Because, and somebody said, I don't know. That's even the name. I don't know. Because they could have just literally put that cubicle right there, teaching whatever thing I'm teaching right now, to say, put it in Roth IRA, show them investment calculator, put it in the S&P 500. Don't touch it again. Set it up and just do $3 a day, less than a cup of coffee. And an average person will become a millionaire. And it is also tax-free. If you are in Canada, the same thing works as well. That your TFSA account. How come they never told you? If you're in the UK, all those pension accounts, how come they never told you? Patanium. How come? Because if you are already on your path to $1 million status, trust me, you will not be doing this job, something that's toxic. You're still showing up. You just have to show up. You just have to show up because you got to pay bills. That's why you're showing up. Hi, Sarah. Welcome in. How are you doing? David, welcome in on the YouTube side. Click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. Can somebody help drop the link to the YouTube channel for those on the TikTok side? Let's drop the YouTube channel if you can. The name is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. You want to, the name is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. And please take note that Dr. Lina doesn't have a backup account. We don't have a backup account. If somebody follows you, that's not Dr. Lina. All right? That is not Dr. Lina. If somebody follows you, that's not Dr. Lina. It's somebody else, right? And please, they might have my video. They might have, I am new here. I need to talk to you personally. That's great. Yeah. You'll find the link to my one-on-one session. You will find the link in the bio. You will find it right there, the link. Okay? You definitely, or you can send me an email, right? What is Roth IRA? That's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the 4 account. It's a tax advantaged account, right? You were asking about TFSA earlier, right? Was it you that was asking about TFSA? Yes, it's the Roth IRA is more like that of the US, right? It's a tax advantaged account, right? So those are the things. And that's it. Yeah, exactly. It's just the same thing. And it's ROTH, not just Roth, not. So that's just the same thing. Take your money, put some of it in. You want to move from zero to become a millionaire. First of all, fix your income. How you then manage your funds properly. If you are just joining us, let's quickly click on that follow button. If you are just joining us, subscribe on the YouTube side. If you have not subscribed, click on that follow button. If you let's give you, I know we are moving fast. If you're just joining us, click on that follow button. This is the $1 Million League. Rosemary, latest millionaire in town. Who else are we waiting on? Let's give him 1 minute. Everyone click on that follow button. Let's get our daily atmis as well. Don't do us a disservice. You do us a disservice not clicking on the follow button, not tapping out the live. We'll just assume that you are a BOT or you are a scammer. And trust me, they're here. That's why I keep saying, please watch out. My name is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Andul is at Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Okay? Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Always check that the doctor is DR. There's no dot in mine. And there is Lina. It's not Lena. It's Lina, right? Always check that spelling, right? And most of the time you see Money Talk with Dr. Lina, then the at is I'm crazy, at I am a thief, I'm a scammer, right? That's what you would see. But in my own case, it's Money Talk with Dr. Lina, at Money Talk with Dr. Lina, okay? So be careful out there. We're growing really fast within this community. And of course, we have high net worth individuals here. Somebody just crossed $500,000, about 4 weeks ago, right here in this community. Income did not change, but what changed is the strategy, right? And that's what we teach here. And of course, the scammers would always come after you. They always come, it's just like their hands coming close to the sugar, right? So you just need to also protect yourself. All of our product, you'll find it in the link, okay? Opulence, can you please help get the link to the YouTube channel and help drop it? Right, all my they said I shouldn't say OGs anymore. The Tolu's mom is here as well. Just drop it, the link to the YouTube channel, so you can go and subscribe. And if you have not clicked on the follow button, please, you're doing us a disservice. Sitting here, not clicking on that follow button, not tapping out the live, not doing anything, right? You're doing us a disservice because the algorithm will assume you're BOT, you're a scammer, you are a what? A monetary spirit, or you don't find value. Mary, latest millionaire in town. Thank you so much. Let's all quickly comply. Let's get our daily admins. If you can give the gallery, that'll be much appreciated. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. You guys are doing absolutely amazing, right? So allow me teach, okay? You do your own part. Allow me teach, you do your own part. This sensei, latest millionaire in town. Thank you so much, right? Let me teach, okay? All right, do your own part. Let me teach. Okay, so you put some of this in the basic needs, okay? But ZA, you put some of this in the bills, okay? But then you put some of your income, right, in your wealth building portfolio, okay? Your wealth building portfolio. What do I mean by this? In my own case, make it make sense, right? In my own case, what did I do? All right. In my own case, whenever I was trying to build to get to that multimillionaire status, right, in my 30s, I was very aggressive. And this might not be you, because your own financial freedom number or your goal when it comes to wealth might be different. My goal is to travel the world. So it tells you that, of course, the expenses will be higher. It's not going to be $2,000, neither is it going to be $5,000. So for me, when I do my financial freedom number, which is the rule of 25, my annual expenses, my basic, my whatever expenses is going to run into millions. Okay. So that's why you see that I was chasing millions, right? So in my own case, what I was doing is I was putting at least 40 to 50% or what was going to the basic lifestyle, the basic needs. And I delayed the gratification. And because I delayed the gratification, I was getting about 60% of my income to 50% of my income going into this side. Yeah, this went to this side. Now you might say, Dr. Lina, how is that even possible? I'm still trying to pay my bills. What do your eyes, you might have, don't calm down. If all that you have is 5% today, do it. If it's all the doing is what is most important, remember, it is how. The fact that you're not doing anything, that's where the problem is, because you are just putting your income and you are just funding lifestyle. You're just funding bills and you continue to work until you DIE, meaning retire and DIE, and you will still not be financially free, because everything, your life is dependent on this income. So for this life to continue, this needs to continue to work. That's what it means. It's not a curse, because it has to be something to fund it. Remember, it's a line. It's a straight line. It means that for you to fund this life, it means that this income needs to exist. And this income, to get this income, it means that you have to have a job and you have to be working. That's what it means. But if you put some of the money this way and you put some of the money this way, trust me, income will be funding this. But then it gets to, if you can see, it's a triangle. So it's still coming here. So you put this money here, this 60 or 50% I put here. The different thing is that he experienced something called growth. He experiences something, this checkpoint called growth, called cash flow. Because the difference here is that the 40 to 50% I put here, that's all that. Let's say the 40 to 50% I have here, let's say that's $2,000. $2,000 is what it is, and the whole process ends here. Nothing changes. $2,000. Let's say I take the same $2,000 and I put it here. $2,000 will come here. That $2,000 at a point is going to become $2,100. At a time, it's going to turn to Michelle. Welcome in. How are you doing? At a time, it's going to turn to $2,100. Chief John, welcome in. At a time, it's going to become $2,100. It will become $2,500. It will become $5,000, $10,000. That is the power of the $2,000 that you put here versus the $2,000 that you put here. Let's even assume that you split that income 50-50. Does that make sense? Because this one, the cycle ends here. Nothing is growing. Let's say you put the same $2,000 here. You do it 50-50. Your income is $4,000. You put 50-50. I'm not saying you should do 50-50, but I'm just saying, let's say you put it 50. The 50% that you put here, let the 2,000 you put here, it's going to continue to grow for as long as you put it in an appreciating cash flowing asset, in a very good one. That's the difference. And then your 2,000 will be there. Remember, it becomes 2,000, 2,500. It becomes 3,000. Now your 2,000 can still be there. But at the same time, you can start taking $1,000. Cash flow. It's going to, this cash flow, guess what? You are not just going to be spending 2,000 anymore. Your 2,000 is on the bill. Now you can use the 1,000 that your money is generating here. You can use it to fund the lifestyle. Now you can buy that Mercedes. Because that 1,000 can actually now pay for your car note. But guess what? It is not your job or you working that is doing the 1,000. It is what? It is your money that is doing the job right here. You are the one doing the job here. It is your money that is doing the job here. Okay? That's the difference. That's why how you distribute your money is another thing that's going to determine if you're going to get, when you're going to get to this multi-millionaire status. The income increasing is another thing that's going to help you, because 50% of $70,000 is what? $35,000. 50% of $150,000 is what? $75,000. $75,000 here is going to give you more. You will buy at least 2 houses, or you will put it in the stock market. It will give you so much money compared to 35,000. Do you guys agree? 35,000, 75,000 in investment, and 35,000 as capital, either in business or anything. Your chances of getting more is higher if you put it in the same thing, right? Right? Real estate and Airbnb companies. Latest millionaire in town. If you are just joining us, welcome in. Click on that follow button. Let's quickly share out the life as well. Let's quickly share out the life. Let's quickly, we're going to go to where are you going to put this, appreciating this? What do we mean by this? We're going to go to that shortly. So if you're just joining us, let's quickly share out the life. And let's quickly share out the life. If you have not, let's quickly do that. Let's do that. Let's get our daily ATMs. Let's quickly reset the life. Let's tap it out all the way. Get your daily ATMs if you haven't gotten your daily ATMs. We always try to prioritize daily ATMs because it shows that you're a fan of this community. If there's any money that you want to spend on daily ATMs, because you also get 30 points back. And if you have been here 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 hour, are you a monetary spirit? If you have not clicked on that follow button, what are you doing? Right? We love you enough to scroll, okay? We love you enough, because it's either you're a scammer, you're a BOT, you're a monetary spirit, or you are what? I don't know. Because obviously you have found value. That's why you're still here. Fun, how are you? Because you are doing us a disservice not clicking on that follow button. And I really, really love you enough to let you go. For those on the YouTube side, welcome in. Click on that subscribe button. Right? Make sure you click on that subscribe button. So please, 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 we love you enough. Thank you so much. Let's click on that follow button if you have not done so. Thank you. We're talking about the exact step that if I had to rebuild from zero again and to achieve that multi-millionaire status, the exact strategy that I'm going to use, that's what I'm teaching right here. So please, please click on that follow button. Let's share out the life as well. Let's get a daily admin. If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated. All right. Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah. Nice to be with you again. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's share out the life. Let's share out the life. Let's quickly repost. Let's share the life. Let's quickly repost, okay? All right. The chat is not chatting, guys. The chat is not chatting. Is it me that is not saying it? Or we are just, thank you so much for the repost. So we are not tapping, we're not sharing out the life, we're not doing anything, we're not clicking on that follow button. What's going on? Let's get our daily admins. Thank you so much. Let's quickly do that. Let's quickly do that. I know we're moving fast. Thank you so much. Let's quickly do that. All right. Okay. Awesome. So let's keep now. When we think about when you put the money here, it grows, it gives you cash flow, and then you can fund this lifestyle. Let me give you a real illustration. Okay, let's talk about where. Let's talk about where. When we talk about where, and I'm going to, as a matter of fact, let's talk about where. So now that we know how to distribute your money, we already talked about how to distribute your money. Now let's talk about what does this mean. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me. This ACA, what does this mean, Michelle? What does this mean? Like real sense. It grows, it gives you cash flow. As a matter of fact, it will give you 5 paychecks. Those on the YouTube side, welcome in. Click on that subscribe button. How you doing? All right. Can you see on the YouTube side? Sorry that you cannot, the screen is flipped. I'm still looking for someone to teach me, or if there is ever a way to flip the screen on the YouTube side. But on the TikTok, you can see. And TikTok is also Money Talk with Dr. Lina. IG is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. YouTube is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Snap is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. So can you see? Where does the multi-millionaire, where do they put their money? And that's where you need to put your own money. You want to understand, because if you put their money, the fact that they put their money there, trust me, is a fertile soil. Because maybe that's part of the reason why they got to that multi-millionaire status. That's the reason why they got to the multi-millionaire status. Where does the multi-millionaires, where do they put their money? Hidden in plain sight. So this is the wealth blueprint that we follow, right? So think about people like, Dave Ramsey, Tony Robbins, the rich dad, poor dad, all these people, right? Right? Where do they put their money? On the YouTube side, welcome and click on that subscribe button if you have not done so. And let's tap it out to 60,000 taps. There's a little glare on the board. Oh yeah, it's the light, yeah. So the multi-millionaire, I'll read it out. The multi-millionaire rarely keep large sum in standard retail checking. So if I am building from zero all over again, where am I going to put my money? Definitely not in the checking account. Definitely not in the checking account. You're welcome. Definitely not in the checking account, because the multi-millionaires don't put their money in the checking account, in the standard checking account. Guess who puts their money in the standard checking account? The middle class. My professionals, highly intelligent. Because they think that, oh, I'm smart enough, I'm putting my money there, I'm protecting it. Unfortunately, you are losing it to inflation. In the United States, inflation is at 4.2%. 4.2% is what the inflation is. So it means that, what does this mean, Dr. Lina? It means always know that the dollars or your currency is just a paper. It's just printed. All right? But the thing about it is that what now turns that paper to something of value is the value that you can get from that paper. So if you have this $100, what the value you get from it in terms of goods or services determines the value, right? Now, inflation is the rate at which the value of that currency, right, or that paper goes down. It means that last year, what you were able to get with $100, right, compared to this year, when I say 4.2%, it means that compared to this year, it would have lost about 4.2%. So it means that your dollars is what? $95.80. That's what it means in summary. Your dollars of $100, that $100 bill that you're holding is worth $95.80. As a matter of fact, I'm sure it's worse than that and everything. It means that if you took that money, that $100, if you are taking it August of last year, thank you so much, getting your daily at me. August of last year, and you took it to the store, a Walmart, a Costco, or whatever, right? What you got with it, or maybe you went to buy gas. This year, if you take that same money there, you would get something less of $4.02 for 4.2%. Effective, if you had kept your $50,000 in the bank as of 2019, today, as of 2026, that money, what you're able to get as of 2019 compared to today, would have been less of $11,000. So as of now, the value that you're going to get from that $50,000 is $39,000 compared to 2019. So it means that you leaving the money in the bank. That's why the multimillionaires and myself, if I had to start from zero to becoming $1 million status, getting to the $1 million status, checking account, leaving my money in the checking account is not an option. All right? because they are using your money to do business. That's why they get billions and millions in terms of revenue every single year. What business are they doing? What the business is the bank doing? And is declaring millions and billions. You are the business. Your money is the business, because 10% of your money is what they keep there as reserve. 90% of it has been loaned out to you through credit card, through mortgage, through loans, car notes, all those kind of things, because you feel that you are smart enough, you are protecting your money. All right. But guess what? The multimillionaires do not, they hardly put their money in the checking account. They have the checking account, but guess what? But that checking account is just a distribution center. So income comes through it and then it flows out. Okay. The second thing is that instead, they typically distribute their wealth across four main pillars. Four main pillars. So where am I going to put my money? That four main pillars. Right? Four main pillars. The first one is private banking and cash equivalent. Liquid cash is kept in private wealth management account, treasury bills and money market funds to manage inflation and expand FDIC coverage. You can see, manage inflation. Back to what I said earlier. Manage inflation so that they don't lose their money. And what sort of money do they keep in the bank? It is something called something liquid, for liquidity, meaning their emergency fund. So part of the first thing, the other thing that I'm going to be having is what? My emergency fund. My distribution of money, where I'm going to have it in an high-yield savings account. It has to be liquid, such that in a case where there's an emergency, I don't go into debt. It's a safety net. Okay, I need to pause again. I need to pause, guys, because we're not doing your own part. I know we are all locked in. When you're not doing your own part, I am teaching, but we have goals, right? We have goals, right? We do all have goals. So the goals for this life is you tap out the life. Let's get it to 60,000 taps. And of course, click on the follow button, share out the live. Okay, let's share out the live. You can see the numbers goes down when you don't do all of that. If you will hear 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, you're just joining, click on that follow button. You are doing us a disservice, because the algorithm assumes that you're not finding value. Those on the YouTube side, yeah, click on that subscribe button. Let's all do this. So that we don't, I want to finish up before 12 midnight. I have about less than 30 more minutes, right? And I want us to cover it, all the steps. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me's. Let's get our daily at me. If you can give the gallery, you do that in all those follow to follow, right? So click on the follow button. Let's do that quickly. Thank you so much. And let's do that quickly. Thank you so much. Let's get it to 60,000. Let's get it to 60,000 taps. If we all start tapping right now, we will do it under 2 minutes. Thank you for sharing out the live as well. Right? And this might not be for everyone. I respect and I love you enough to also let you go. So if you think that this is not for you, it's okay for you to go, because you're doing us a disservice, not doing anything, not clicking on the follow button, not tapping out the live, not sharing out the live, not getting your daily at me, right? And you're just sitting here, it's okay for you to also, because you might just be BOT, you might just be non-human, or you are what? You are a scammer, or you are just a monetary spirit. So if you're not, please, let's tap out the life. We'll get it to 60,000 and then we continue. Of course, let's all get our daily at me's. Let's get our daily at me's. If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated. Thank you so much. We are still at 13 daily at me's today. We're still. Yeah. You're talking about ETF. We taught that last week, all through the weekend. You'll find go on the YouTube channel. Beloved, are you on the YouTube channel? If you are not, go there. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina on YouTube. So go there and subscribe on the YouTube channel. It's Money Talk with Dr. Lina. You would find it right there. And if you stick around to the end, I might be able to point you in one or two directions. All of the live recording of the videos, you would find it in the YouTube on the live tab, because I'm streaming on both the TikTok and the YouTube right now. That's the name. If anyone can help me drop the link to the YouTube channel, that would be much appreciated. Let me see if I can even get it and see if I can drop it. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, that's the YouTube channel. Let's get it to 50 to 60,000 taps. Let's get our daily at me's. And tomorrow we'll be teaching ETF. We'll start with ETF. I mean, because first of all, you need to understand where. We're going to go going into details one after the other, the step by step on where we're going to, because I'm describing where to put that money. Remember, which money? You put some of it towards the bills, depreciating lifestyle liability. You're going to be putting some of it towards the ACA, appreciating cash flowing asset, right? The goal is for you to grow and to cash flow, right? Grow and cash flow. And then, what are those things are what we're talking about right now. Let's quickly type it out. And those on the YouTube side, make sure you click on that subscribe button. Thank you all for doing that. And if you're just coming in, click on that follow button. We'll soon be wrapping up with the live. Please take note that we don't have a backup account. We don't have a WhatsApp group. We don't have a Telegram group. If somebody tries to tell you all of that, sending you phone numbers that you say send money, that's not Dr. Lina. All right. So click on that follow button now if you've not done so. Let's do that. Let's do that. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing out the live. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much, everyone. Chat is just, I mean, it's just the life is just very. Which account do I put my emergency fund? And tap out that life. Get your daily at me. You've been asking. You put it in I'll answer your question, but then that, okay. So is an high yield savings account, and I'm going to be teaching all of those details tomorrow. All right, I'm going to be teaching all of those details tomorrow. So tap out the live. Some people just come here, you get all of the information, even to tap out the live, to click the follow button, to get daily at me's. And it's can we do better when it comes to that? Really, let's do better, right? Tapping out the live costs you nothing, just your fingers. Sharing out the live costs you nothing. Press the forehead on the screen and share. You find what's it called? Repost doesn't cost you anything. Daily at me is 1 cent. 1 cent, right? 1 cent is nothing, right? Yeah. Thank you all for doing that. Let's get a daily at me. You don't know how to go about it. Just you will see. Yeah, you would find it right here. Thank you so much. No exclusive slavery. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, we'll continue once we get to 55,000, but let's keep tapping. We always get to 60,000 at least every single day, and of course, we need everyone to get their daily at me. We need everyone to click on the follow button, right? The life is just very, very interesting today. Not sure what's going on, but it's very, very interesting. Typically, we are in hundreds and hundreds, but today it's just a little bit different. Bottle hole. Let's Millionaire in town. Welcome in. If you are here and you're just joining, or you've been here, you've not clicked on that follow button, let's do that. Thank you so much for doing that. So they put their money in an emergency. So the exact strategy that I used to attain the multi-millionaire status in my 30s, attaining the multi-millionaire status in my 30s. That's what this is all about, right? That's what it is. Right? And this is following the multi-millionaire's wealth blueprint. You'll find it right here, right? You put your emergency fund, you need to have some funds that are liquid, right? You don't put this one in investment, because the day of an emergency, you don't know. It will not remind you. It will not tell you that it's coming, right? It just shows up. But you need to be prepared, because you have already money set aside for this cause, for this purpose, right? Which is every single, you know that, okay, you put it in your emergency fund, 3 to 6 month basic living expenses. You put it in an high yield savings account. All right, in an high yield savings account. If you don't know what high yield savings account, drop it. Put HYSA in the comment. I don't know what high yield savings account is. Drop it in the comment. Let me quickly help someone. an IU savings account, you don't know what that is, drop it in the comment and I can quickly show you. It means that you are new here because we talk about it every single time. If you are new here and you don't know what you don't know, okay. Yeah. Okay. Who else? Only 2 people don't know what IU savings account is. Okay, it seems that we have a lot of people that know it in here. Okay, IU savings account. So IU savings account is just, is it available in UK? Possibly, right? It should be available. I believe so because we have all the people in the UK. You're new, Grace. Welcome and click on that follow button, right? So IU savings account. Let's put it here. Let me show you. Just go online and check best high yield savings account in your country. Just HYSA, put your country and put the month, August 2026, right? Google it and you'll find the, so like right now, what I did here is best high yield savings account in the United States because I am in Texas in the United States. So for me, right, all I have to do is I checked best IE savings account and it gave me this data. So you can see it's just your regular bank account, but the interest rate is higher. Regular bank account, but with a better interest rate. So your regular bank account, I bank with, there's Chase, there's Wells Fargo, there's in the United States, Bank of America, they give you about 0.01%, right? And most of the time it's very dicey, very crazy. Like it's almost negligible, right? But with the IU savings account, the same kind of account, the same level of risk, the same kind of banks, they would give you a better interest rate, which is about between 3 to 5% in the United States. In Canada, I think you even get up to like 6%. But you just need to go check, Google best IU savings account in your country, and of course, put the month right there. So if you're in the US, there is like the E-Trade, there's the E-Trade, there's SoFi, there's CIT. You will see the interest right there, right? $400. I mean, what's it called? Where's the interest right here? You see 4%, 3.8%, 4.1%, right? 3.8%. Make sure it is FDIC insured. EB, Augustina, latest millionaire in town. Make sure it is FDIC insured. What does FDIC insure mean? It's simply that means that your money is protected up to what? Up to $250,000 in case the bank goes down. So let's say you have $250,000. I don't know why you have that there. Let's say you have $250,000 in the bank account. Your money is protected to that amount. It means that there's insurance, there's government that is protecting you, and you get your money back in a situation where the bank folds up, right? The other thing is that I always look at the reviews. So I always teach you to fish, not to give you fish. Look at the reviews. You can see the review. There's CI, there's 4.8. There's the rating, 4.5. E-Trade is 4.5. The return is 4% for the first 6 months. So far is 4.8 in terms of review. It gives you up to 3.8%. Then it also gives you a welcome bonus of $400. A lot of people have gotten free $400. A lot of people have gotten free $400 from this right here based on the information I provide here. And then you also get a 0.70, right, boost in terms of your savings. But guess what? There's always a requirement. They might say, oh, you know what? You need to do a direct deposit, right? So you need to look at the requirements, right? And make sure that it is, most importantly, protection comes first. Don't be too greedy and say, oh, you know what? Because this one is the 4.10, and then you go for it, but then it's not FDIC insured. You need to manage your risk because not losing any part of your money is the first step in this whole thing. Not losing your money. Let's keep tapping out the line. Let's get it to 60,000 taps, guys. Let's get it to 60,000. You guys are making me to interrupt the class. Can we all? It's not the same thing as CD, Carol. It is not the same thing as CD. This is your regular bank account. There's no CD. Is almost like you are locking your money away. This one is think about your normal bank but it just gives you a better interest. There's no difference between your Bank of America savings account and, maybe your Bank of England, your Bank of Canada savings account, and this account. There's no difference. You can access is as a matter of fact, every first of the month, you see your interest. So if they say the interest is 4%, you see, let's say you put $10,000, 4% of 10,000, is that $40 or whatever, right? You see it at the beginning of every single month. So you see your money and you can take out your money at any time, just like your regular bank account with ATM, with the whatever just regular bank account. That's all I can explain. The only difference is that it's just a better interest rate. That's it. So it's actually a better product, in my own view, except you want to lock your money away because you are not disciplined. You don't want to, there's a reason why you don't want to you want to just lock the money away, right? Except that there's no reason why I would choose the IU savings account over any other kind of account, over a CD, because they return about the same thing. The other one, as a matter of fact, for your emergency fund, my recommendation is IU savings account because it's the one that has the highest level of liquidity. A CD, if you have 6 month CD and emergency happen in between at month number 3, what's going to happen? You might get some penalties to say, okay, you want to break your contract with them, right? So, but IU savings account, because the goal here is that there is growth and there is liquidity, right? So, meaning your emergency fund. So, we're talking about where do I distribute this money, right? Now that I already know that I'm putting some money aside, where do I distribute it? And we are using the information or that is being provided by who we call the multimillionaires. So we follow the multimillionaires wealth blueprint. Where do they put their money? And the first thing for it is something called liquidity. Now let's go to number 2, right? We've talked about number 1. Number 1, IU save emergency fund in an IU savings account. That's number 1 place where you put your money. Any question on that? If you don't have any question, then we'll go on. Number 2, and let's keep tapping out the live. If you are just joining us, welcome in. Click on that follow button, right? Click on that follow button. We're talking about, if we had to start from 0 to that $1 million status, what exactly are we going to be doing? That's exactly what we're doing. We're going to put some of our income towards bills, depreciating lifestyle liability, and we're going to put quite a number towards asset. Your income is not just meant to pay bills. Your income is to do 2 things: pay bills and also build you wealth. You're doing it wrong if your income is just to pay bills. Okay? It's just to pay bills. Now, equity and funds, that's the second thing, right? Here we call it smart investing, right? Most wealth is tied up in diversified portfolios. Emphasis on diversification. Diversification. It means that spreading your portfolio spreading your money across multiple places. Diversification. You're not putting your egg in one basket. Diversification, right? Such as mutual funds, ETF. Right here, with more like talk about ETF, but we'll put mutual funds as well. Mutual funds, right? And index funds. So anything funds. Remember, diversification. It means that we are putting our money in multiple places in a fund. That's what it is, right? That's what we talk about. So you see that we would talk less of individual stocks. We talk less of individual stocks versus we talk more on, our focus will be more on funds than individual stock because of this diversification, right? Such as mutual funds, ETF, and guess what? The other number 3, where we put our money, and direct businesses. Can you see that? Business investment. So the other place where we put our money is businesses. Which money are we putting there? The money on this side of the quadrant. Remember, this is for expenses. This is the one that builds you wealth. Expenses, this builds you wealth. All right? businesses, right? All right, that's the other place they put their money. You can see that. And why do they put their money? To maximize long-term growth. The other thing that we do here is long-term growth. So this is not get rich quick scheme, right? If your goal is to, you want today, you want to get your money today and double it tomorrow, then we are not for you. It's okay for you to scroll, okay? But long-term investing, because we are investors, we're not traders. We're investors, we're not traders. Then number 3, specialize, real estate. That's the next thing. Real estate. Remember, they diversify. So the money is not just in one place. The money is in multiple places. High net worth individuals own high value primary residences, commercial properties, and REITs, right? To generate passive income and act as hedge against inflation. Inflation again. So the fact that you leave your money in the bank, there's inflation. They don't put their money in the bank because of this same reason. They put it on something that's going to help them hedge against inflation. And of course, specialized structures. They protect it. Remember, when I started, I said 3 things: building wealth, protection, and of course, transfer of wealth. So that's what we follow. So we follow it to the letter. Specialized structures through a dedicated family office or a specialized tax advantage trust. They manage estate planning, consolidated asset, and invest in alternative assets. Where do you put that money? Where? That's it. You need to also protect it. So remember, when I started, I said these 3 things. If I had to start from 0 to get into that $1 million status again, coming from somebody that attained that multi-millionaire status in her 30s, right? I attained that multi-millionaire status in my 30s. If I had to start again from 0, this is exactly what I'm going to do. 3 factors that are very crucial. Income. How you distribution of that income. Just me and you, how are you? Queen of boys. If you are just joining us, welcome and click on that follow button, right? Income. How you distribute or how you manage that income. Some of it is for bills, while the other part is for building wealth. Your income is not just meant for bills. It is not just meant for food. It's not just meant for clothes and groceries and rent, and that's not what your income is for. Your income is supposed to pay that, but at the same time, it's supposed to build you wealth. Because if it does that, that is how you'll be able to gain financial freedom. So it means that delayed gratification, and then you're able to find yourself enjoying, becoming financially free. Because money is just a tool. Financial freedom is the goal. And then you can actually set the money aside, but if you put it in wrong places, like I did, losing $99,000 6 years ago. 6 years ago, losing $99,000, that is the wrong form of investment. That is the wrong place to put your money. Because if you put that money alone in a wrong place, then you would realize that you are still not going to get there. So every one of them work hand in hand. You can't say, oh, you know what, now I fix my income. Even with a good income, let me give you an instance. That our income does not. That's why you see our income earners that are still struggling when it comes to finances. You can be a medical doctor. You are earning $300,000, but your expenses is at $290,000. What do you have left? $10,000. And if there's a teacher that is earning $75,000 and is living on a $35,000 budget, that is richer than you, glorious queen, latest millionaire in town. That teacher is way wealthier because the teacher has got money in the wealth side that is going to grow. This is not going to grow. This ends the cycle here. The difference between the money you put here is that this is not growing. The cycle ends here. This is going to grow. This is going to give you cash flow. You can get tax advantages. You can get equity. You can use other people's money. You can use leverage just because you have the capital that is required to grow your money right here. All right? So where do you put that money, right? You need to think about emergency fund. We need to think about emergency fund, and that's where we looked at where does the multimillionaires, where do they put their money? Where do the multimillionaires, where do they put their money? And we talked about something about liquidity. They need some liquid funds in a case of emergency. You don't put your emergency funds in what? In investment account. Because what if the stock market, the day the emergency occurs, that's when the stock market goes down. Then you sell at a loss. And then tomorrow it bounces back to the normal price and you are regretting that, oh my goodness, if only the emergency did not happen. No, the mistake you made is that if only you had put the money in an IU savings account giving you about 4 to 5%, you wouldn't have lost the money. And then your investment, you set your investment apart. Investment being an investment. You don't use your emergency fund to say, oh, my emergency fund is in a real estate. God help you that day, because it takes you at least 30 days for you to sell a property, because there's the closing, there's a requirement in terms of closing period. All right, so always think about it that way. If you are just joining us, welcome in. You are going to be wrapping up right now. If you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have not clicked on the follow button, click on that follow button. Tomorrow we will start going into details of each of this, because I talked about IU savings today, right? But we'll go more in details. We're going to talk about ETF. What is ETF? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Index funds. What's the difference between index funds? What is mutual funds? Why should you put your money right there, right? We're going to talk about businesses. Things like you buy McDonald's, all those franchise, laundromat. Or you think your own destiny is just to eat fries. Love the fries in McDonald's, right? And who says you cannot own it? Or yours is, oh, you know what? I should just be washing my clothes on laundromat. Why can't you own that laundromat itself, right? Just delay the gratification. Thank you so much for getting your daily at me's. If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated for everyone. And we're almost at 60,000 taps. We would also be wrapping up shortly. If you haven't clicked on that follow button, click on the follow button now. Is your time to click on the follow button. So we teach that tomorrow. Trust me, this is the whole series. All right. So we're going to be teaching, because it's going to take us at least one day to teach ETF. It's going to take us another day to teach real estate. It's going to take us another day to talk about businesses. And of course, to take another day to talk about the protection and of course, estate planning. So you want to make sure you click on that follow button, turn on notification bell, also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so. All right. If you haven't done so, and you're wondering what is the YouTube channel, what is the name, it's also the same thing, the same name, the same thing on Instagram, the same picture. I do not like confusing people. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, as a matter of fact, the recording of this video, if you're just joining, it will be on the YouTube channel tomorrow, because that's where we store all our recording, all of the live, right? Because we're streaming on YouTube right now as well. That's our data center. The YouTube is our data center. You know, I also release about 3 videos every single week that's going to help you in your financial freedom journey. As a matter of fact, we just released one, and in collaboration with Lifestyle with Dr. Lina. You want to watch that, right? If you have not seen that video, and if you are not subscribed to Lifestyle with Dr. Lina, maybe you're on YouTube, you're subscribed to YouTube to Money Talk with Dr. Lina, but not subscribed to Lifestyle with Dr. Lina. Lifestyle with Dr. Lina is all about, now you have made the money. To what end? Twin, welcome in. How are you doing? Risky David, how are you doing? Let's all get our daily at me. If you can give the gallery, that would be much appreciated. We're wrapping up with the live. For everyone that joined late, you will find the video recording on the YouTube channel. Go on the live tab tomorrow. You'll find it right there. All right. So we will be teaching that. We're talking about starting another series. If I have to start from zero, you know, how do I, you know, my journey to $1 million status? And you're wondering thank you so much. If you're wondering, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? That's what we're talking about. It starts with your wealth. What is your financial freedom number? What is your financial goal? And then 3 things that you need to, that's going to help you achieve, if your goal is 900,000 or your financial freedom is 900,000, how do you go about this? Right? How do you go about this? All right? Yes, lifestyle with Dr. Lina. Exactly. God's word. Thank you so much. Lifestyle, just the same thing. Just change the money, change money talk change it to lifestyle with Dr. Lina. As a matter of fact, I'll show you the video, on lifestyle with Dr. Lina. It's absolutely, amazing, right? Because to what end? Now you have made the money. Okay, now you have arrived. Okay, and and that's why I said you need to know what your goal is. So it's going to capture things about my travels, things about purpose, life, spirituality, the other side of Dr. Lina that doesn't talk about money. Yes, sometimes we'll talk about money because money is also a kind of an enabler, right? But it's more about everything else, right? I mean, you're not just here for the money. It's going to focus more on the other type of wealth. So it's going to we talk about the money and we talk about the time. So we're going to be talking about things about social, we're going to be talking about travels, we're going to be talking about, and just enjoying life, fulfilling purpose, just living life. Maybe I'm going to be documenting some of my travel journey to, covering the world. I mean, traveling the world, things about that. So that it's just to maybe inspire someone that, okay, now there's something more than you clocking in every single day. There's something clocking more that is beyond you clocking in every day. Okay? So that's what that's what it's going to go. And if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, it's Money Talk with Dr. If you're just joining us, we are wrapping up with the live right now. We're wrapping up. If you missed the live, you would find the link in the bio. You'll find the link in the bio. So I'll quickly drop the 2 names right there. Let me see. Lifestyle with Dr. So make sure you go and subscribe. We're just starting with that one. And that's Lifestyle with Dr. Lina. Just go and search. And of course, the other is Money Talk with Dr. Lina. If anyone can help me drop the link to Money Talk with Dr. Lina, that would be absolutely great. I don't know if they've released that from the link thing. If you can help drop the link to the YouTube channels, that would be great. Just so people can click on it. Otherwise, just go there, search it. Please, 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 guys, note that if somebody follows you, that's not Dr. Lina. As a matter of fact, I stopped following people because just to protect this community. This is the $1 Million League. Those that are already millionaires and those that are anticipating to become millionaires. So people they're trying to target our people. They might come into your DM. They will tell you, oh, cryptocurrency, or they will tell you about, oh, send your number. Let me trade on your behalf. Well, that's Dr. Lina. They might have the name Money Talk with Dr. Lina. And when you look at the handle, which is the at something else, mine is at Money Talk with Dr. Lina. They might tell you it's a backup account. No, it's not a backup account. Okay, it's not. Amazing 2026. How are you doing? Welcome in. How are you doing? We're done with the live. We're wrapping up. So if you missed you're just coming in. So I see Twin. I see Amazing 2026. Make sure you go to. You'll find it in the YouTube live tab. The live tab in the YouTube channel. Yes, you'll find it tomorrow. Okay. Because we started another series, starting from 0 to $1 million. What is the exact step? And we talk things around financial goal, the financial freedom number, what does the wealth mean to you and all of that. The 3 things that is going to get you there, right? In the income, how and where. That's what my time difference, exactly. That's why I always say on the YouTube side, when you subscribe, turn on notification bell, because that one is always going to alert you. On the YouTube or TikTok as well. I think I've never tried it, but I believe you can turn on notification bell here as well. Yeah, I think you can. All right. Any question? If you found value today, drop 1 in the comment. You found value today. And if you're just joining us, click on that follow button. Join us tomorrow. Tropical Queen, welcome in. We're done with the live. Go to the YouTube channel. And those on the YouTube, I'll need to end the stream right here, except you have any question. Thank you for sticking around with me tonight, okay? The video release is going to be there tomorrow. Also, remember to go and subscribe to Lifestyle with Lifestyle with Dr. Lina. You know, there's just a new video that was just released right there, okay? And of course, it's of course in collaboration with Money Talk with Dr. Lina. I did not realize that when you do collaboration, it doesn't appear on the other person on the other page because he's on Lifestyle with Dr. Lina and is collaborating with Money Talk with Dr. Lina. I thought it was going to show on both pages, but for some reason, I don't know, it's not showing. But if you go there, you would find it right there. Or Patty Owen, latest millionaire in town. If you're just joining us, so I'm going to end the stream right here with the YouTube guys. All right, guys. Love you guys. Ensure your money is working harder than you do. I'll see you tomorrow where we continue this, where we put the money. Okay. We're going to be talking in details where we put the money. Each of them, we're going to take it one after the other. ETF, real estate, businesses, protection, all of those things are the things that we're going to be talking about. If you're just joining, click on that subscribe button. Join us tomorrow. Thank you so much. Getting your daily. Join us tomorrow. All right. Okay. Otherwise, you can also come on the YouTube, TikTok side. It's also Money Talk with Dr. Lina, and come and click on the follow button right there. I'll see you guys later because we are still going to be here a little bit on the YouTube, on the TikTok side. All right. Have a good one. See you guys later. Bye. Do I have